Hello YouTubers, just another update on the Chicago Northwestern Cedar Valley Model Railroad. Update you on a couple more things that have been working on. This is an area that I have been accumulating buildings for, so I'm going to make a city scene on top of this wall here, but I'm trying to accumulate enough buildings to assemble this section. There's still a little bit of area left there, so I'm still trying to locate the buildings that I want for it. I'm not fond of building structures, so I really like to find some already built, or I trade out with somebody. I'd rather install decoders or paint or do other things like that for other people and let them build the buildings for me, because I'm not fond of that aspect of the hobby. It's one thing I don't care a whole lot about. I'll build them if I have to. I've built most of my own industries on the railroad, but as far as regular buildings, I shy away from it as much as I can. I just have to force myself to sit down and do buildings. I've built the majority of them that I already have on the railroad, but I've had people build some of the structures for me. So just wanted to show you that. I'm going to be trying to accumulate some more buildings so I can get this project done, get the pavement down, start scenicing it. It's been like this for forever. Remember that barn I showed everybody in the older video I had that a friend of mine had built? Well, I finally got it mounted and got all my horses corralled. Built a wooden fence around it, so it looks pretty good. I decided to put it more in the foreground than what I had initially was going to do with it. It also lights up, and he did a real nice job of building it. How do you like the fence? I assembled that all out of some basswood. Fortunately, we've got a horse pasture just down the road, so I went and looked at their fence to see what it looked like. And that's pretty much what it looks like. So some parts of the layout are coming together. This here is a new industry that I've installed in Marshalltown Industrial District. It's a car cleaning service. It's called TCs Rail Car Services. It's actually named after a friend of mine. It's not really finished. I've got to put some wash racks, install some wash racks and all that sort of thing in there to detail up the scene. So I put the plexiglass right there because the tracks are so close to the edge of the layout. I don't want anybody to knock the cars off of the layout when we're operating. So I usually put plexiglass close to the edge to keep that from happening. But that's a new industry here. Just another angle of it so you can see. This is an overhead shot of Marshalltown Industrial District. Nothing fancy, just gives me some places to switch. This is over the top of my little ADM plant. someone said in a video once that they liked a layout that had a scenery to track ratio where there's more scenery. But you know what? I built my model railroad for running trains, so I cover just about every area I can with railroad tracks. That's why I built it, for trains. So the scenery to ratio aspect isn't agreeable to some people. That's just my response to that. I built it to run trains, and that's the focal point to it for me, to run trains and switch trains. So I'm gonna have a lot of track. I do try to put some scenic views in there, but my main priority is I want tracks, and I want trains, and I want places to switch. That's what I like about the hobby, that aspect of it. I'm all about the trains. That scenery to track ratio aspect works real good when you've got 1,000 square foot building that you can put your trains in. I'm only working with a 17 by 22 foot room here, so I crammed as much trackage as I could in this space. And there's even a lot more track underneath all this, all my staging areas where I can hold a numerous amount of trains. I have a sickness. I like trains. Sorry. You know, if it just wasn't for that yucky work word, I would probably get a little bit more done on this railroad. But unfortunately, I still have to work for a living. But it pays the model railroad bills, so I guess I can't complain.